If earth peace is to herald the dawn of the new age, realize that
Humanity is one's only religion, breath one's only prayer, and consciousness one's only God.
in order to further his vision of new life awakening for earth peace and the evolution of human consciousness, Yogi Raj Siddhanath founded the Hamsa Yoga Sangh, a non-profit organization. A Siddha by birth, Yogiraj Siddhanath was born on the 10th of May 1944. He is descended from the ancient Solar dynasties of Ikshvaku Ram, custodians of the science of Kriya Yoga. Educated in Sherwood College, Nainital, he spent his early years in the Himalayas with the great Nath Yogi, in whose presence he was transformed. The divine transformation flowered after his deep and personal experience with Shiv Goraksha Babaji. Blessed with this direct experience, Yogi Raj Siddhanath has crystallized the essence of this wisdom of the oldest of yogic traditions, the Nath Sampradaya, into the teachings, practices, and services performed by the Hamsa Yoga Sangh.
Hamsa Yoga Sangh is the spiritual evolution of consciousness. This is one of the most comprehensive enterprises ever undertaken by humankind, besides which the greatest of physical achievements pale into insignificance. The Hamsa literally means the swan, and the swan symbolizes the soul. Yoga is an inner ascent through ever more refined and ever more expanded spheres of consciousness to get to the God essence which lies at the core of your own being. And once you can contact this divine indweller, you can contact the universal indweller. And Sangh means such an organization, such a gathering of souls which flow along the river of time, learning the ancient yogic practices and then themselves gradually transforming themselves into the divine God essence. Hamsa Yoga Sangh has a definite mission statement. We are meditated to the furthering of human awareness. We are dedicated to serving humanity as one's larger self. And we are devoted to making your lives and those of others the happiness on this planet. If earth peace is to be brought about on this earth, we must all realize that humanity is one's only religion, breath one's only prayer, and consciousness one's only God.
At the foot of a little hand-built Shiva temple on the gentle slopes of the forest realm, in the valley of Sitamai at Simhagad, lies the Hamsa Yoga Ashram. Located 30 kilometers from the city of Pune, the ashram shares the same sacred soil which spiritual masters have enlivened for over 5,000 years. The support system at Hamsa Yoga Sangh makes an individual's journey through the materialistic quagmire simpler and self-realization easier.
We do have a good support system that wherever we go in the United States of America or Switzerland or Italy, we have teachers who can give you the support system and teach you and guide all newcomers. In India also we have a good support system, and of course, principally I am not a teacher, since I do not teach. A master does not teach, he gives the direct experience. You see, the teacher teaches very systematically and in an organized way. The master catches you, he shakes you, and he wakes you up. So I'm a waker, movers and shakers.
Hamsa Yoga Sangh conducts body mind soul integration seminars and workshops for professionals, youth, and school children, where the simple yet highly effective yogi techniques perfected by Yogiraj are taught. Their practice brings in a rapid inner transformation, which helps the practitioner realize his true potential. Besides organizing the Master's Satsang, Hamsa Yoga Sangh organizes new life awakening camps in the country and abroad. These are intense day and night meditation camps where the seeker gradually transforms in the presence of the Guru, and each moment becomes a revelatory experience. Quite simply and effortlessly, Yogi Raj reveals to the initiated and the uninitiated alike how, at the level of consciousness, all humanity is one. Thus, acting as a catalyst for positive change and towards inner transformation, Hamsa Yoga Sangh helps you witness your innermost self flowering and evolving into a newer being. Let not precious moments slip by. Seek now the ultimate truth. Jiva Hamsa, spread your wings to fly, immortal realms which death defy.
Means, in the sky of your head there's an inverted well, says Babaji Gorakshanath. And in that inverted well, the initiate goes and drinks a lot of nectar and is drunk with the nectar of God. And the uninitiated person goes thirsty. In this world, people are dying of thirst and starvation, and within you, the fountain of immortal nectar doth flow. What an irony of fate. So you will be classified as initiates after this. This is true hardcore inner core initiation, where you go to the temple to drink nectar. I don't promise that you drink it in this life, but have the patience that, oh Lord, even if in 1,000 lives it takes me, I will still keep practicing, just because the very practice of it cures tonsillitis, it improves the eyesight, it cures the pimples, it cures acne. Even the basic stuff of this practice moves muscles which have never been moved in your life before. So it cures all throat disorders. It enhances the skin tone of your body, the beauty spa. So that itself is enough for you to practice it. That itself is enough. Leave alone the higher practices, yes. Right? Now, let's get a stock of things here. Time is 12:20. Let's come back to time. What time is lunch yoga? I know that's your strongest practice. But what's it at 12:30? 12:30 to? Till 1:10. We have a choice. Either the Hamsa Kriyacharyas take a group where they could practice in 2 circles the Kriya Yoga, and you have 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, which we should do, and then continue the practice in the evening. Does that seem good to you? I think that will be good, because we waste not. We will be late. We will be late a little for lunch. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because lunch and meals are morning, evening, afternoon, morning, evening, afternoon, morning, evening, afternoon, morning, evening, afternoon. So even if you miss a lunch or something, it doesn't matter, because God is more important. The techniques are more important. I'm not telling you to miss it. I'm just saying, form the circle. How many people are there? Let's form. How many people are there? 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay? 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. This group of 10 people come to this corner. The Yoni Mudra, the Jyoti Mudra, the Shanmukhi Mudra. Going to the source of divine consciousness and seeing your soul as the star of light. This technique of Kriya Yoga, and more accurately, the Siddha Yoga of the Nath tradition, the Navnath tradition given by Shiv Goraksha Babaji, I am telling you today, we are blessed by His grace. May His blessings be upon us. We invoke His blessings so that we may see the star, O Lord. First you will see the pale golden light. All of you will see the same. That's why it is a science. You will see a pale golden light. How many have you noticed this pale golden light, the deep blue center, and a scintillating white star in my documentary called Wings to Freedom? Raise your hands. How many of you were attentive enough to see it? Everybody's seen it. Now those people who haven't seen it, ask your questions why. There's a rim of golden light, a blue center. It's shown in the documentary itself. So either you may not have been there, or failure of attentive mind. Now this technique, I'm going to show you how to do this. It brings about a yogic state of pratyahara, which is withdrawal of the senses from their objects. The electrical flow of prana is reversed, and therefore you can concentrate at the midpoint between the eyebrows, which is the seat of the soul in all humankind. Now the first thing that we do in this is that we do anything at all till I tell you to do it. Just be absorbed in me. This is the place, this is the thing which brings about the pressure on the parasympathetic nervous system. And then tell me which is better. Do it. Okay. Now which do you find more comfortable? The hollow depression? Okay. Hollow depression, right? So that's why you press fault, and all these external sounds are cut off. So you can focus on your divine indweller. I want you to practice this. Just do it twice. The pressure on must be thorough and complete. How are you doing it? Yeah, so you don't start near the ridge of the nose. Down with your hands. Okay? You must not forget what I taught you in the morning. This is done with the Khechari Mudra. These are very advanced techniques. But you will not get any results if you do not practice. Divine grace does not come to the lazy. So if we are lazy, all of us are lazy at times. Laziness is a part of our makeup, our constitution. It's human to be lazy. But if you keep lazing all the time, then you won't evolve. You have to have some discipline. So you do right.
Aye.
You want to practice it for 3 seconds with the K3 mudra and do this Jyoti mudra. Hands down. Now, this is the mechanics of it, the physical movement, the physical portion. I'm teaching this to you completely so that you can practice thoroughly and get success in it. Now, the Kriya is done in this. First you breathe the samhitas from 3 minutes to 8 minutes. Now, this is not possible for the householder or the common person. So 30 seconds, 30 seconds is a good time to hold and observe here the aurora borealis. After approximately 37 till you, as long as comfortable, you can see each individual. Go a little beyond your capacity, slightly. Don't. It's to be done in the night preferably than in the morning. I do it morning and night. We've been told and instructed to do it in the night, so I'm instructing you to do it in the night. This is called the Jyoti Mudra, to be done in the night with the Kriya practice, with the Kriya. Have you got it? Are there any questions? Yes?
What are the sounds that can be heard when you do the locks on the face? As kind of a sound like when you enter a cave. I'm wondering if that's just an artifact of the micro movements of the muscles in the head or something.
Okay. Now this is a good question. First you will hear the sounds of the physical body. The beat of the heart, the rush of the blood, certain sounds of the body, sounds of your head. Later as you go deeper into the technique, you will begin to hear the astral sounds. This is simple. First the physical sounds, what you say is right, you will hear that. But as you go deeper in practice, you will hear the astral sounds. And then those sounds will also bring about certain lights. You must have seen it now also. Little spots, just bursting, and spots and stars and all. You'll see that in the initially. How many saw that? And fuzzy, hazy light and spots and stars bursting. Raise your hand. Now when you keep practicing, they will coalesce to form a definite formation, of the golden rim, the blue center and the white star. When that is formed, you have matured into a spiritual consciousness and you are ready for further spiritual growth. Have you got it? So don't give up. You will all see these different colors, images of gods and goddesses and wonderful colors, but stop at nothing till you see the star. Have you got the breath? Have I made myself clear?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
The position of the body, the rest of the body.
Yeah, it's like I am, like here. Do it. Yes.
How much pressure do you have?
Otherwise it has to be very gentle. Because then you could damage the eye or just create a disturbance, so that shouldn't happen. Yes.
When you do the chin walk, doesn't that mean that doesn't it cause the face to kind of look down?
Yeah. But basically, is there any more questions? Yes.
When I put the other fingers after the eyes, it kind of, is it just a matter of practice? It seems like it loosens up the pressure on the eyes, and it's hard to get the fingers back, or else I'm pressing too far in.
Yeah, these are small adjustments. We do it according to common sense. Basically, in all these techniques, use your common sense. How much pressure to put on the eyes or ears, that you have to do by practice. You or yourself will adjust into it. After all, your mind, your soul will guide you, no? These are divine techniques. Now, what we will do, yes.
Well, the question about the eyeballs that makes me, maybe it'd be important to make it clear.
Now, what we'll do is we'll lower the lights. Dim the lights, or can they not be dimmed? Just put them off, man. Switch them off. That's nice. Now we will practice Jyoti Mudra comfortably. Many times as you want to practice the Jyoti Mudra. You can take a support of the bed. When you're sitting on a bed, you can put your After you have finished, then sit in silence with your eyes focused on the aurora borealis of the central third eye, called the Shivanetra, the Kutastha Chaitanya. Keep your gaze and eyes at the aurora borealis, the whirling, swirling light at the midpoint between your eyebrows. And now, keeping your attention there, practice the Kriya Yoga. Practice it with love and devotion.